well today.
That's all right.
Welcome to our special Halloween episode. The first one, maybe the last. We'll see how our Patreon account goes. I have some special guests today. First of all, you're here at Aardvark Interviews. I don't even know the name of my show. Aardvark Interviews. And Kellyanne, what's the name of the production company?
Hello, hooray!
There you go. Okay, you could go now, Kellyanne. But Kellyanne is the Canadian Goose goddess, and she's on loan from the Canadian court system at this time. She'll have to go back when her recreational duties are done. We got a special guest right here, right now. I'll tell you, since we're having Halloween, we're having costumes, we're having superheroes, and today I got a special superhero today. I got Patrice, who a lot of people, some people in California call him the Black Aquaman or the Black Woman. How did you get that name, Patrice?
I was named by a true anonymous friend who I mentioned that I'm an avid swimmer, and I swim competitively my whole life. And through this friend, I just participated in swimming across the San Francisco Bay.
Oh my God! Across the bay?
Oh wow!
Yes, it is. There's an annual swim called the Alcatraz, and the water temperature, mind you, the water temperature is average 57 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius, I believe that's, I don't know, 12.
Do they got?
Celsius.
Let me ask you a question. Do they got sharks in this area, in this water that would kind of bite my fat ass, or do they not?
I think they'll find you after the first bite. They might not like you, but they'll just take a bite anyway. I don't know. I never had an interview with a shark, but there are sharks in the bay. But due to the fact that there's the geological concept of the bay is that it's being fed by the Sacramento River and the American River, which pumps fresh water, millions and millions of fresh water into the San Francisco Bay. So the salinity of the bay is not as high content. Sharks need very deep salt. They need a lot of salt water.
Okay, so when you say the word salinity, you mean salt?
Yes. Hey, you're so smart. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're genius.
I am one of the three wise men from the Bible.
Well, I tell you, your wiseness is kicking in. Yes.
Now, why can't sharks drink the fresh water, or they need salt? What's the situation?
Well,
why didn't you get bit by a shark in your big ass? Why?
Well, I don't have a big ass. I have a firm ass now because I'm swimming.
There you go. And later on in the show, he will show you his firm ass. So yeah.
So if you have fresh water, do you have to worry about piranhas and things like that?
That's a good question.
No, piranhas don't like salt water. The bay, like I said, there's just past when you come to it, there are sharks, but they're not great white sharks. So everyone has this imagination that this big, great jaws is going to come in. There's known to have baby sharks, but the bay is not deep enough to hold in. Great white sharks like deep, deep water. So the channel between underneath the Golden Gate Bridge is the deepest part of the bay, which is 380 feet, 340 feet deep.
Wow.
And then it starts to go up. Sharks don't like shallow water. So if you go outside of the San Francisco Bay, there's a small island, which is a refugee for big, giant seals, great white seals. The water is deep out there and is high salinity. That's where most of the great sharks are found. You have yet to hear of an attack in the Bay Area in the last 70, 80 years. So that's why.
Wow. Now, how long was this swim? Patrice, how long was this swim? Was
The
it a
swim was
mile?
for
Was it 100
yeah,
miles? I don't know.
it was a mile and a quarter to be exact.
Oh my God. And you didn't get to rest or something? You just kept going?
No, I jumped in the water and I kept going all right. I just didn't stop until I reached the beach.
There was no bar, like a bar on the way, or a White Castle to get some nutrients?
Well, I I don't like to eat and swim, and so it's kind of hard to do. And
You're not supposed to
I
eat
am
and swim.
Right,
You
right.
trying to kill
well,
him?
Well, that's a good question. What if you had to poop? What if you had to do number two? What if you
I
did
would
have the
just
White Castle? What if you had to drop a load? What if you had to poop? What would you do?
well, one, it will make me lighter, and then I'll
Yeah.
just keep moving. It's just poop and go, as they call it.
Just suck
I'm
to
in
be
the sea.
behind him, right?
They'll float around. Or on a good thing, I'll probably be feeding some bottom fish as they sink to the bottom. Who knows? They
Now,
might float. They might sink.
Kellyanne was asking me this earlier, but since I'm really not a biologist or marine biologist, why? It was a very good question. Why did you decide not to wear a swimsuit?
Um, I I I don't like wetsuits. Even though I
Wetsuits.
hear it gives you more buoyancy, wetsuits. I don't like it gives you buoyancy. To me, it shapes and I don't like that. And they're hard to put on and take off. Well, actually, they're easy to put on, but they're hard to take off. And for me, it was a big statement to show that I can do this without, just to see the strength of my mind. That I don't need a suit. Because when you figure the prisoners who did originally escape, because this is where it all started, was that there were two prisoners when Alcatraz was it's a prison penitentiary, big time for Al Capone, the bird, all these gangsters back in the 30s. But anyway,
All right.
these two, Frank Morris and another guy, escaped without a wetsuit.
All right.
So
So
for
they
me,
got
I
out
want
of
to
there.
be able to do that thing. Yeah.
All right. So we got the point of that. You escaped from Alcatraz without a wetsuit because it scrapes your junk. All right. So we got that. We got somebody else in the waiting room, Cooper J, who is
Hey,
who's coming in, I believe. And I don't know. He looks like a little Amish boy or something. I don't know what he is. Are you a little Amish boy? Can I give
just
you
for
some electricity? What do you need there?
just for you, my lord.
All right. So your real name is Joshua, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
wonderful. What are you dressed up as?
I'm one of the three wise guys from the Bible. But let me
Always
ask you,
biblical with you.
what are you dressed as there, Joshua?
I went with the look of you don't know if I wear this every day or if I dressed up for this occasion.
Okay. Let me ask you another question, Joshua. Who the hell is Stephen Spire?
I don't know. He seems like a fan.
Oh, okay. Stephen, how are you? I see you. Yes. Stephen, do I know you? And if so, do I owe you money? All right. Kellyanne, do you have any questions for? You know, Joshua is a director of horror films. Since tonight's theme is superheroes, we already talked to Patrice. He doesn't wear a wetsuit because it scrapes his junk. So, but he can swim for miles like a fish. We learned that. Now, he's a superhero. And we also have Joshua, who is in the horror business. He directs horror movies, and those are scary as fuck. I'll tell you that right now, Kellyanne, our Canadian Goose. Kellyanne, would you be afraid of a good horror movie?
Oh, I love a good horror movie. And actually, there's a fun fact about, the very first Halloween movie with Michael Myers. They were on a really low budget. And
Oh,
what I heard was that the actual mask that they used to put on him. They ran to like the dollar store at the time, and they got a $2 Captain Kirk mask, and they painted it white, and that's the actual mask that they used on Michael Myers. So that was kind of a really cool fun fact that I learned about something about horror movies.
Yeah, the last movie I was in with Joshua, he was kind enough to use some kind of theater blood or something. So as I was putting it in my mouth for the great effects and everything, I asked Joshua, I said, is this poisonous or anything? And he said, I really don't know. So I was like, that's good. That's good, Joshua. So we shot the movie. How are we doing with editing? Is it a long process to edit? What's that called? Post-production?
Yes.
Explain that a little bit with your little fucking Amish hat. Explain that, Joshua.
I really don't like the hat. I'm wearing it for you.
Well, take it off there.
Okay.
All right.
Now I can be me.
He's got a bowl head now. He's a bowl head. Go ahead.
Editing, yeah, it's tough. Especially with how we kind of filmed our movie. The way we filmed it is I wrote the screenplay, but a lot of the dialogue was improv,
Right.
And piecing together different parts of the movie, and a lot of the finished product is not what the screenplay was at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Really.
I can't wait to see it. That's very interesting.
But yeah, on that note, actually, about the Halloween fun fact, we got pretty nifty with our movie making, and I got the pleasure of smothering I believe it was some Humboldt Fog goat cheese across Andrew's belly, along with some peanut butter. Was there anything else?
I think you asked me to marry you after that. I'm not sure.
It was an intimate moment for sure.
It was, you know. I could even feel it move. All right, so I just came from the set of Dune, as I said, and it's been a long fucking day. But Joshua, why did you get into horror in the first place?
I love the darkness. I like how it is an undefined space. You never know how dark and deep it goes. And that keeps me on my toes. So that is what got me into it, and what keeps me into it is surprise.
Surprise. What do you mean by surprise?
Things that I'm not expecting.
Have you ever had an experience on set, like a paranormal what the fuck just happened kind of thing? Like they have these shows and they go, I'm sure, you know, like Poltergeist. They said some creepy ass shit was going on that they could not explain. Has that ever happened to you?
I think energy is real. I think when we were in the woods doing some filmmaking in the tent with hay and blood, I felt a dark aura then, for sure.
Seriously, right? You're talking seriously.
I'm talking serious, yeah. And the footage definitely feels dark and grim.
Stephen, do you have any questions to ask from the audience? We take questions from the audience as well. Do you want to ask Black Aquaman, Patrice, who just swam the English Channel, the first black man in history to do so, I might mention. And we have a horror director, Joshua, and of course Canadian Goose, who always looks perfect and so beautiful. I don't know what the hell she's wearing. Is it a feather or something? What is that? What are you? What?
Well, you see, I'm a witch, and I'm trying to conjure up something so I can disappear and be a ghost later on in the show. But
Okay.
my stuff keeps burning out on me.
Yeah. I've had that problem too. My stuff burning out.
So it's like this disappearing thing or whatever. I'm new at witchcraft, so.
Yeah. Do you have incense or Ouija boards, or what do you got there?
Right now, I'm trying to burn some sage and some sweetgrass, and it's got some bay leaves and some secret ingredients.
Wow.
So hopefully it'll conjure up, and I can, disappear.
So it's like The Conjuring or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. I'm new at this. I just, Google. I believe everything that Google says. So
Right.
I'm
Like
assuming that this is
WebMD.
gonna work.
Yeah, it's like a WebMD experience. got a blister on my finger, and all of a sudden I got third-degree cancer. Now, Joshua, what are you going to do with this movie that's in post-production right now? What are your plans for it? And what's the name of it?
The name is Even Monsters Sleep.
Okay.
My plans are to make some type of marketing campaign, trailers.
Holy shit, she disappeared.
Wow.
She is a
You can't
fucking
see me?
ghost. No, where'd you go?
I told you I was using my smoke, and
Holy shit,
didn't
I got
see me?
ghosted by another woman. Holy shit.
once again, you see right through me, Andrew.
She disappeared. I just got back from grabbing some snacks. My apology. Do not apologize, Stephen, whoever you are. And thanks for coming to the show. Your support means everything to us here. Black Aquaman, are you going to swim again?
I never stop swimming.
What are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? How can
I'm
you
gonna swim
top
across-
this? How can you top swimming the English Channel? How can you top this?
Well, it was in San Francisco. Let's get it correct.
Okay, good.
I haven't made it to England yet. That's a little bit longer. I believe it's like 64 miles. I only did a mile and a quarter, and that was enough for me. But on the serious side, I plan to. The reason why I did this was to help out, to pay tribute to my father, who swam across Lake Washington 70 years ago.
Oh,
So
my God.
my initial goal is to swim across, reenact his swim that he did.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's on the menu.
Oh, that's some good karma right there. That's really beautiful. That's a beautiful story. So, so you can't have a can of beer or something on the way, probably not, right? When you swim in these long distances, or you can't smoke a joint or drop some acid or something. Probably, yeah, probably.
Not really on the list. I'm thinking finish line. I'm a competitive person, so that's not the least of my worries. I'm
Okay.
either thinking about a great white on my tip or somebody passing me up.
And what about these stingray things? They can electrify you. Is that true?
Stingrays, they don't like cold water. I've never heard of a stingray being in the San Francisco Bay. More seals. Believe it or not, the most aggressive mammal in the bay are seals. Seals are known
really?
to attack seals. Harbor seals, lion seals, especially lion seals. They will attack several swimmers in the bay.
Now, what's the fish that they rape you? What's the name of that fish? Or a mammal, or whatever the hell it is. It drags you down, then it goes like this or something on you. Is that a dolphin?
Dolphins are pretty nice. I don't think.
Really? I heard they smile at you, and then, you know what I mean?
Are you thinking about an orca?
No, not flipper. Not like a flipper, but like a mean-ass, rapist dolphin. Do these rapists... Oh, Kellyanne's back. Do they exist?
Dolphins, yes. There are dolphins that swim. They swim in pods, which means there are over 100 of them. And I've witnessed and saw dolphins swimming up and down the coast of San Francisco. Their porpoises are their variations in size. These are pretty nice size ones. But when you see a dolphin, you're kind of happy because then they're the ultimate enemy of the great white. So when I see a dolphin,
really?
I'm like, yeah, dolphins and sharks do not get along.
Do they have fights, like fish fights or something?
Oh, yeah.
And who wins those fights?
Most of the times, because the dolphins are in a pod, the dolphins win. Because you got a gang of dolphins off of one shark.
So it's good to stay in the pod.
Yeah, I would highly recommend that.
You're much safer in the pod, right?
That's a good yes.
Do you know, I used to have friends in Hawaii, and actually they gave me a spiritual Hawaiian name, and it's called Analu. But the spelling of this word is Analu. So when I was showing people the beautiful
Anal-u?
lace they gave me, they said, right, exactly. They said, oh, it's
Anal-u.
anal you. I said, no, 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 it's Hawaiian. It's Analu. It's a spiritual, it means manly. So then they said, so you're gay, right? I said, no, you mean, well, I get off the subject there. Let's go back to horror again. Kellyanne,
All right.
I got one fish question.
good.
Why are seahorses the only men that can get pregnant in the animal kingdom?
Is that true?
Why?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Well, they
Where'd you
can
come up with that
interchange.
question? Holy shit.
I think Joshua, they can interchange their sex. I think that way because they don't get to mate. I think they're known to switch sexes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're all basically non-sex. They're non-sex, and then when they're in a
Right.
group, they switch so they can breed.
Like a tad,
Exactly.
like a frog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Yes.
I'm just agreeing because you told me that's what I'm supposed to do.
Well, that's not true. We got somebody in the audience giving us the big red hearts. Patricia Poston. Patricia, do you want to ask a question to one of our learned guests today? We have Joshua from New York City, a film director, horror, and is the fishing Shoner. Can somebody read that in English? Shoner,
Is this the fishing
thing.
Shoner, the Halloween show?
I don't
You
even know
got
what that
me.
means. All right. Somebody's been in the Pabst again. All right, so let me ask you a question, Patrice.
All right.
Would you consider yourself a professional swimmer or a professional athlete?
I'm not getting paid.
Why not? Why aren't you getting paid?
Well, I haven't gone to that aspect of promoting myself. Maybe to swim. Maybe somebody will get to see and hear the story and want to contribute to my foundation. My goal is to teach everybody the importance of water. So as we know, we're surrounded by 3/4 of the water the earth is, and we need the water can really, it's essential for our life. We can't live without it.
All right,
So
let me ask you a question. Now, Aquaman had this ability, being a superhero yourself. Can you communicate with the fish and tell them what for? Can you say, yo, get out my way or go get me a hamburger? Can you do that?
well, most of the fish, unfortunately, are not carnivores, so I don't think that'll work if I offer them a hamburger. But
All right. Now, Patricia Poston, Miss or Mrs. Patricia Poston or Ms. I don't know what the words are. She, him, her, it. I don't know. Let's mix horror, fish and horror. Is Jaws considered a scary horror movie? What do you think?
No.
is that directed to me? Or
It's for the panel.
okay.
Well, for me, I seen Jaws in a movie theater when I was a child, and my parents took me. And that one little part where the boat got the big hole in the boat, and then all of a sudden the Jaws or the shark or a head or something comes through and it pops out. Well, it scared the bejesus out of me, and I peed my pants in the movie theater. But I was really young. But so
How
to
old
me,
were
yes,
you?
it was
How old
super.
were you?
Can I say 9, maybe 10?
Why are you going to see Jaws when you're 9 years old? How'd you get into the movie?
My parents brought me. Yeah, I never said they were great parents, but yeah,
All right.
it was. It scared the bejesus out of me. You know what? To this day, I still don't swim in the ocean. I swim with chlorine.
You swim with chlorine? I don't even
Yeah, if there's
understand that.
It's a swimming pool. There's got to be chlorine in the water
Oh,
before
I
I'll
thought you
swim
just
in it.
I thought you just sweat
get
with
it.
chlorine. All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
So, Joshua, why don't you use water in your horror movies?
I do. actually. We have a bathtub scene in the first film.
Which film was that, buddy?
Nameless World with
Okay.
my main character or supporting character falls asleep in the bathtub. And while she's underneath the water, she has a very scary dream, nightmare, abduction almost from Andrew.
Andrew. We got another special guest. Teddy, has my other special guest arrived?
Not yet.
All right, so she's lost in translation, I guess. So, all right, what is the most scary thing to you, Joshua? What freaks you out?
What freaks me out? Being trapped, no way out. I think that is probably one of the scariest things to me.
All right, what about you, Patrice? What scares the bejesus out of you?
Walking across the Golden Gate Bridge, stopping in the middle bridge, and seeing how people jump off, falling from very tall heights.
Wow.
That scares me. Just seeing, wow. Like when I was unfortunate not to be on a bad side note, seeing people jump off the Trade Center. That to me is horrific and scary.
What about you, Kellyanne? What says, I'm so frightened I may leave Canada, eh? What scares you?
What scares me, I think that what I don't like the most is heights. Heights and water. Like you get in the water and there's just too much unknown underneath there. Like I said, I don't like being in the ocean, and I don't like to be on top of buildings. So
Wow.
I'd make a really shitty superhero.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But you know what scares me? Something like being buried alive. Something like that, being buried alive. Water, that used to scare me, like drowning or something. But then I think it would be like, okay, what the fuck? I'm going to die now. It's over. So just let the shit rip, let oxygen go out my ass, wherever it goes, whatever. I'm a dead duck. But being buried alive, that's some freaky ass shit. Joshua, why don't you make a movie about being buried alive?
I did have people going into coffins and claws.
You did, right?
Yeah.
Whatever
in the coffin.
Whatever happened to Claus?
Claws was a project that was too big for the time. Hopefully down the line we'll be able to gather enough resources, but
Was it buried alive, Claus?
no, it's still breathing for sure. You can't kill Claus. He is everywhere. But it will come down to ruin Christmas one of these years.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people on for tonight's horror seminar. We got Fish, we got horror, we got Kellyanne from Canada, we got Patrice, the Black Aquaman, who is calling in from California, and we got me, who I don't know what I'm wearing here. It's like I look like in Star Wars or something. One of the sand people or something. Hi, everyone. King Darius. How are you today? King Darius, do you have a question for this unbelievably impressive audience? Guest panel, whatever you call it there. And we got Main in Clouds. What is that? Was that Kellyanne? Main in Clouds? Man in the Clouds? Man in the Clouds. All right.
Man in the Clouds, yeah.
Kellyanne, what do you want to see in horror?
What do
If
I
you
want
have
to
a
see?
choice, if you have a choice, you got the remote. What do you want to watch? What kind of horror?
I think my favorite horror was when they had it when they were in the dreams, when they were in their dreams and they would wake up and kind of to me it seemed like, oh my God, that really could happen. And maybe
What was that movie with the dreams, Joshua?
Was it Freddy Krueger. Is it that the one? Freddy?
Right. What was that called again?
Nightmare
Freddy Krueger?
on
Elm Street. Yeah.
Did you direct that, Joshua?
No, that was before my time. That was a scary flick, though. No question.
Yeah.
Love a good young Johnny Depp before he was canceled, too.
Johnny Depp was in that?
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What did he play?
The main character.
Did he really? Wow. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've been in the sand too long. All right, so we're gonna take a pause for the show. We're gonna come back, in a couple of minutes or some shit. 13 Ghosts was a good one, and then get your questions ready. Man in the Clouds. We'll take a little break. Nightmare on Elm Street. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to our show. This is a Halloween special show. We got people from all over the world. Well, yeah, all over the country, I guess. Well, actually, no. Kellyanne, my hostess with the mostest, Raina Aiken. Okay. Hi, Raina. Nice to see you. Kellyanne is from Canada. Is that correct, Kellyanne?
Yes, I'm from Canada.
Do you like Canada or do you want to flee Canada?
Oh no, I love Canada.
Do you think Canada's better than you've seen the US, right?
Yeah, I've been over quite a bit of US, yes.
Why do you hate the US so much, Kellyanne?
I never said I hated the US.
Okay.
I said
good.
I don't want to move to the US. I think it's too busy out there.
What do you mean too busy, Kellyanne?
It's just there's too much population in all the places I went.
Oh, is there a lot of people in Ontario? Where are you from in Canada?
I'm from
Ottawa?
Alberta. Edmonton, Alberta.
Is that like the ghetto of Canada, Alberta?
Is that the ghetto of Canada?
Yeah.
No, that's not
No.
the ghetto of Canada.
Okay.
We have a lot of fields out here. So
Is it true that you, through your special witchcraft powers, you were able to disappear?
Yes, and I was trying to do it again, but I can't get my fire to go.
Are you going to do that again for this show?
I'm gonna try. I think I need more. I think I need another bay leaf or something.
You got your magic wand?
Yes, I have my wand. It's right here.
That's a back
I got
scratcher.
my wand.
All right, so we got
it's a wand.
Joshua, whose name is also Cooper J and Kid Nasty. He's a horror film director specialist. We're going to have a couple other people on. I think Joshua may know one or two of them. And I should quit smoking. And we got Patrice. Patrice is called the Black Aquaman. He just swam the English Channel or something to Alcatraz or something. I think the Alcatraz is on the way to the English Channel or something. Sound like I'm drunk here. All right, so Patrice, was that a horror show? Swimming?
No.
Is it easy for you?
It was scary, but yet invigorating because I'm in the middle of the deep channel, San Francisco, and I can either get taken out where Jaws can be waiting for me or push into the bay and frozen to that. So there were some scary moments, but it was fun. It was fun because I did it.
Okay, so how many miles was that? Like 300 miles?
A mile and a quarter. I don't think I could swim 300 miles.
All right. But you're a trained professional, right?
Yes, I'm a professional lifeguard.
Right. People who don't know what they're doing should not do this, right?
Absolutely. Safety is first. And, that means I have to come and rescue you.
Do you remember that? 3, 4, better lock the door. That was Freddie, right?
Yeah.
That was a scary little song. I remember that song. How did that go? 1, 2, Freddie's coming for you.
Better shut the door, something like that. 5, 6.
Wow, she disappeared again.
Who's that?
Oh, good. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right
Oh
on.
shit! Where is she? I see a cup here.
I can sit there and make faces at you guys now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everybody.
Are you leaving us?
Yeah, I have to get back to work.
All right. Do you have any parting advice on on getting your dreams?
Yes, never give up on your dreams. Always believe in yourself. Love yourself, and surround yourself with friends who are in it, who are in the same level you are. You know, you don't want anybody who's going to bring you down. You always want to have somebody who's going to keep you up.
That's great advice. So our younger viewers, hopefully there aren't many of you because we talk some crazy shit here, but should listen to that and learn, from my man, Patrice right here. All right. So also, we're going to have a slight break. And when we come back, we're going to have a very special guest who's been in the movies, who's an all-star. She was voted the cosplay queen at the latest convention in Nassau Coliseum. So we're going to get back to her in just a few minutes. 3, 2, 1. So, hey everyone, welcome to Aardvark Interviews, our special Halloween episode. Boo, boo, boo. And today we have a special guest coming on, joining us now from, are you in Kansas? Anya the Witch. Are you a real witch? I can't hear you.
We can't hear her.
Oh, no. All right. There she is. She's a witch with kind of laryngitis or some shit. I don't know. But it was nice to see her, though.
What a
Joshua,
tease.
Joshy, did you miss Anya?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I haven't seen that girl in a minute.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Since that second movie or the first movie. in
That
the
time we were
series.
at a film festival.
Yeah, remember that film festival?
Cool.
How many film festivals did your movie get in?
You know the magic number, Mr. Aardvark. You know
Yes,
I'm no
it was.
good with
It was 5. It was 5 film festivals. So, whatever you're doing there, Joshua Cooper J, Kid Nasty, keep doing it. But why Kid Nasty? Why?
'cause
Are you nasty?
Yeah, I like nasty. That's
What
why
do
it's
you mean by
two
nasty?
N's in the name, so it's extra nasty.
Oh, it's 2 N's.
Yeah. Don't forget it.
Well, it's good we don't have the fucking grammar police here. Canadian Goose. Can you spell?
Can I spell? Probably not.
Okay, that's good. All right. Anya, is your sound on? I'd like to introduce to the head of our show, Anya Winchester, who is a Supremo actor who may or may not be able to speak with us.
Cool.
Still a no.
No.
Either way, she'll be boosting your ratings.
Oh, she already has. I've never seen so
Yes.
many people
Got
here.
so many fans.
But they want to hear her. She's lovely to look at. Forget that. But no, they said no.
Language.
I guess they don't want to hear. I don't know. Man in the clouds.
Yeah, all right. We can just look, I guess.
Boy, she can really dress up, though, can't she, Josh?
Yeah, I was.
How does she do it? It's impeccable.
I mean, she just knows how to tap into that pink fairy.
What is that? Was that Josie and the Pussycats? No, she's giving me face.
It's saying in the chat that you're muted. Is there any way that you might be muted?
Yeah. Can you speak up? Your audio's not connected. I'm going to send you a message or some shit. Because I want to hear what you have to say. So, where are you? Yeah, I'm gonna write like "can't hear you." All right.
Damn, man
There
in
you
clouds.
She's gonna restart. She'll be back. We lost Patrice. Jeremy may be joining us from California. You remember Jeremy, right, Joshua?
Yeah, he's coming on today.
He may. You know, he's at the San Jose Film Festival, right?
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
he's got a new movie out called Worm, and it's about this worm that takes over the world. I'm just bullshitting you. Yeah. It's
What
not
are
at
you
all.
working on these days, Mr. Aardvark?
Well, you know, everybody I work with gets a Best Actor award. Why is that? Why do I not have a Best Actor? Is it because I suck?
No, I think you're the best actor I've come across.
All right. Because the woman I just worked with, a good actor, a very good actor, she just won Best Supporting Actor at the Long Island Film Festival. I don't know if it's any good or anything, but she just won Best Supporting Actor. People I work with become like Johnny Depp, and I become like Vinny Bombats or some shit. Why is that, Joshua?
But I feel like that's your place now. You know, you're just kind of like the man making everything happen. I think it's a good place to be.
Do you think you could put Kellyanne in a horror movie?
Yeah, we'd have to, have a chat about things.
If you don't hear me now, I'll cry.
Hey!
Yes, we can hear you.